Hi everyone, my name is Adiah and I am participating in the Names of God Challenge brought to you by Karmel Community. Today the name of God that I have chosen to speak about is El Roi, the God that sees me. We first discover this name of God in Genesis chapter 16, where Hagar has fled from Sarah and Abraham in distress and quite displeased with her circumstances that she was living in. When Hagar flees, she then has an encounter with an angel of the Lord that was so touching to her that she decided to name God the God that sees her, El Roi. For me, I love this dimension of God's character because having tangible evidence that God sees us in our darkest moments is something that encourages and uplifts us to keep going, to keep trusting Him, to be reminded that if God sees us, that everything will be okay. An example of when I've encountered El Roi was a few years ago when I was unemployed for 7 months. And I remember on this particular day after those 7 months, I was feeling quite down and deflated about my job search. And this particular day I said, you know what, I'm going to take a break because I've sort of had enough. I'm going to take a break and I'm just going to sleep. And I remember hearing a voice say, get up, pull your blinds up and worship me. In obedience, I did just that. And I remember going to the kitchen and coming back, and less than 5 minutes later or so, I had a missed call on my phone. When I had checked my voicemails, it was actually a voicemail from a company saying they wanted to hire me. In the end, I was hired by that company. I learned a lot and I worked there for 1 year. In that moment, I truly experienced El Roi and I truly felt seen by God, because it's like God saw me in that moment when I needed Him the most, and He showed up for me and, you know, changed my circumstance. So I can only imagine what Hagar felt when she had that encounter from the angel of the Lord, who was able to see what she was going through and encourage her in that moment.